Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the latest 90-day Fiancé news update. Today we have some heartbreaking and emotional news to share with fans of the franchise. A beloved member of the extended 90-day Fiancé's family has sadly passed away, leaving viewers and cast members in shock and mourning. Chuck Potthast, known to many fans as the father of Elizabeth Potthast, has passed away after a difficult battle with brain cancer. He was just 64 years old. For longtime viewers of the TLC series, Chuck was more than just a recurring face on the show. He became a familiar and often central figure in Elizabeth and Andre's storyline, appearing in many episodes throughout their journey on 90 Day Fiancé and its spin-offs. The news of Chuck's passing was confirmed by his daughter, Elizabeth Potthast, in an emotional message shared on social media. According to her announcement, Chuck had actually passed away 2 weeks before the family made the public statement. The delay in sharing the news highlights just how devastating this loss has been for the entire family, who have been trying to cope privately with the grief. Elizabeth took to Instagram to share the heartbreaking update with fans and followers. In her message, she described the loss as a tragedy that has left their family completely shattered. She wrote that her sweet, loving, and caring father had gone to heaven, and that they are now trying to figure out how to navigate life without him. She also asked fans and the public to respect their privacy as they processed this extremely painful time. The emotional message quickly spread across social media, with fans of the show expressing their condolences and sharing memories of Chuck's appearances on the series. Many viewers remembered him as a supportive father who, despite family tensions shown on screen, always tried to keep the family together and move forward in a positive direction. Chuck's other daughter, Becky Potthast, who also appeared on 90 Day Fiancé, posted her own tribute to their father. Her message was equally emotional and raw, reflecting the deep pain the family is currently experiencing. Becky shared that her world became distorted and difficult to understand after her father's passing. She admitted that the pain is still more than she can bear and that she struggles to even find the words to describe what she is going through. Fans who followed the Potthast family's journey on the show know that Chuck played a major role in many storylines, from family conflicts to business discussions and emotional family moments. He was often at the center of it all. Despite the drama that sometimes surrounded the family on screen, many viewers appreciated Chuck for trying to maintain balance and unity among his children throughout Elizabeth's relationship with Andre Potthast. Chuck was frequently shown navigating difficult family dynamics. When Elizabeth and Andre first got engaged, several family members expressed doubts about Andre's intentions. There were concerns about whether he truly loved Elizabeth or if he was motivated by other reasons. These tensions often created emotional and dramatic scenes on the show. However, Chuck often tried to remain supportive of his daughter, while also encouraging honesty and accountability from everyone involved. He wanted the family to communicate openly and work through their differences. At one point, he even encouraged the family to attend therapy sessions together to repair strained relationships and rebuild trust. This willingness to work toward healing made many fans respect him as a father who genuinely cared about keeping his family connected beyond the family drama shown on television. Chuck also faced serious health challenges over the years. In 2016, he was diagnosed with bladder cancer. He openly discussed his health struggles in later appearances, including during a 2022 episode of 90 Day Diaries. During that time, he shared updates about his condition and the physical toll it had taken on him. Despite these challenges, Chuck often maintained a positive outlook. He expressed gratitude for the support he received from family, friends, and fans. His willingness to share his journey gave viewers a deeper understanding of his strength and resilience. Unfortunately, his health battles did not end there. Chuck was later diagnosed with glioblastoma, an aggressive form of brain cancer. According to medical experts, glioblastoma is one of the most severe and difficult to treat brain cancers. It has no known cure and can progress rapidly despite treatment. This diagnosis marked the beginning of an incredibly difficult period for Chuck and his loved ones. In September, just months before his passing, Chuck shared a health update from his hospital bed. In a video message, he spoke about undergoing major surgery. The operation was initially expected to last only a few hours, but complications arose once doctors began the procedure. They discovered that his stomach wall had completely collapsed due to previous cancer-related surgeries. As a result, the surgery became far more complex and lasted about 8 hours. Despite the seriousness of the situation, Chuck maintained his sense of humor and positivity. In the video, he joked about having a flat stomach after the surgery and thanked everyone who had been praying for him and supporting him throughout his health journey. He acknowledged that the encouragement from fans and loved ones helped him get through some of the toughest moments. That update would be one of the last times Fans heard directly from Chuck about his condition. His passing has now left a significant void not only in his family's lives, but also in the hearts of many viewers who watched his journey on television for years. As news of his death spread, tributes began pouring in from fans across the world. Many took to social media to express their condolences and share how much they appreciated Chuck's presence on the show. Some described him as a caring father figure who always tried to do what was best for his family, even when faced with conflict and criticism. Others recalled memorable moments from the series where Chuck showed kindness, patience, and a desire for unity. For the 90-Day Fiancé community, this loss feels deeply personal. Over the years, viewers watched Chuck interact with his children, support Elizabeth through her relationship with Andre, and face his own health challenges with courage. These moments created a connection between him and the audience that went beyond typical reality TV appearances. The Potthast family is now facing the difficult process of grieving and adjusting to life without him. Losing a parent is never easy, and for a family that has lived much of their lives in the public eye, the experience can be even more overwhelming. Elizabeth's request for privacy highlights their need to mourn and heal away from constant public attention at the same time. The outpouring of love and support from fans has provided some comfort. Messages of sympathy continue to flood social media, showing just how many people were touched by Chuck's story and presence. As we reflect on Chuck Potthast's life and legacy, it is clear that he made a lasting impact on both his family and viewers. He was a father who cared deeply for his children and wanted to see them succeed and find happiness. He faced serious health battles with determination and remained grateful for the support he received along the way. His journey, both on and off screen, resonated with many people who saw him as more than just a reality TV personality. His passing marks the end of an important chapter for the Potthast family, and for fans who followed their story from the beginning. While he may no longer be physically present, the memories and moments he shared with loved ones and viewers will continue to live on. And as the family begins to navigate this new reality without him, one thing is certain: Chuck Potthast will be remembered not only for his appearances on 90-Day Fiancé, but for the love he showed, the strength he demonstrated, and the legacy he leaves behind. As the reality of Chuck Potthast's passing continues to settle in, the emotional impact on the Potthast family and the extended 90-Day Fiancé community has only grown stronger. For viewers who followed Elizabeth and Andre's journey from the very beginning, Chuck was not just a supporting character, he was a central figure whose presence shaped many of the most memorable moments in their storyline from the earliest episodes. Chuck appeared as a protective father who wanted the best for his daughter. When Elizabeth first introduced Andre to her family, tensions were immediate. The Potthast family had concerns about Andre's intentions, his career path, and whether he could provide a stable future for Elizabeth. These concerns often led to heated discussions and dramatic confrontations that became defining moments of their storyline. Through it all, Chuck frequently found himself caught in the middle. On one hand, he wanted to support his daughter and respect her choices. On the other hand, he felt responsible for ensuring that Elizabeth would be safe and secure in her marriage. This balancing act made him a complex and relatable figure on the show. Many fans could see themselves in his position as a parent, trying to navigate unfamiliar territory while still showing unconditional love. One of the most significant aspects of Chuck's role on the show was his involvement in the family business. He worked in real estate and often included his children in the company. This created both opportunities and conflicts, especially when Andre expressed interest in joining the business. The decision sparked debates within the family, with some siblings questioning whether Andre was truly committed or simply seeking financial stability. Despite the disagreements, Chuck often tried to give Andre a fair chance. He encouraged communication and urged everyone to move forward together rather than staying stuck in conflict. There were moments when viewers saw Chuck extend trust and support, even when it was not easy. These actions revealed his desire to maintain unity and avoid permanent division within the family. Over time, the relationship between Chuck and Andre evolved. While they had their share of disagreements, they also developed mutual respect. Chuck recognized Andre's efforts to provide for Elizabeth and their growing family, and Andre, in turn, showed appreciation for Chuck's guidance and opportunities. This gradual shift in their dynamic was one of the more meaningful developments. In the Potthast family storyline, fans also witnessed Chuck's role as a grandfather. When Elizabeth and Andre welcomed their daughter, Chuck's joy was evident. He expressed excitement about becoming a grandfather and often shared heartfelt moments with his granddaughter. These scenes provided a softer and more personal glimpse into his life, allowing viewers to see him beyond the conflicts and business discussions. While the show highlighted many dramatic moments, it also captured Chuck's genuine love for his family. He often emphasized the importance of sticking together and resolving issues rather than allowing them to tear the family apart. At one point, recognizing the growing tension among his children, Chuck suggested family therapy. He hoped that professional guidance could help them address their conflicts and rebuild stronger relationships. This willingness to seek healing resonated with many viewers. Reality television often focuses on drama and confrontation, but Chuck's efforts to promote understanding and reconciliation stood out. He understood that family relationships require work and patience, and he was willing to take steps toward improvement. Behind the scenes, however, Chuck was dealing with serious health challenges that few viewers fully understood at the time. His battle with bladder cancer began years earlier and required multiple treatments and surgeries. Despite these difficulties, he continued to appear on the show and support his family. His resilience during this period demonstrated a level of strength that inspired those around him. When he later revealed his diagnosis of glioblastoma, the situation became even more serious. Glioblastoma is known for its aggressive nature and limited treatment options. Patients often face a difficult journey that includes surgeries, radiation, and chemotherapy, with no guaranteed outcome. For Chuck and his family, this diagnosis marked the beginning of a deeply challenging chapter. Even during this time, Chuck maintained his positive outlook. In his health updates, he expressed gratitude for the support he received from fans and loved ones. He spoke openly about his surgeries and recovery process, giving viewers insight into what he was experiencing. His transparency helped raise awareness about the realities of living with cancer and the importance of staying hopeful even in the face of adversity. As the months passed, it became clear that Chuck's condition was serious. Yet he continued to focus on spending time with his family and maintaining a sense of normalcy. For the Potthast family, every moment together became increasingly meaningful. They celebrated milestones, shared memories, and supported one another. Through the uncertainty, when news of his passing finally became public, the response from fans was immediate and overwhelming. Social media platforms were filled with messages of sympathy and remembrance. Viewers shared their favorite moments of Chuck from the show, recalling scenes where he offered guidance, humor, or heartfelt advice. Many expressed gratitude for the way he allowed cameras into his life, giving audiences a glimpse into his experiences as a father and grandfather. Cast members from the 90-Day Fiancé franchise also began sharing tributes. Some had met Chuck during filming or at franchise events and remembered him as kind and welcoming. Others simply expressed condolences to Elizabeth, Becky, and the entire Potthast family. The sense of community within the reality TV world became evident as messages of support continued to pour in. For Elizabeth, losing her father has been especially difficult. Throughout her time on the show, Chuck was often her biggest supporter. He stood by her during conflicts, celebrated her achievements, and offered advice when she faced challenges. His presence provided a sense of stability that will be deeply missed. Becky's emotional tribute also highlighted the profound impact of his loss. Her words reflected a grief that is still fresh and overwhelming. She described feeling as though her world had become unrecognizable and expressed how hard it has been to even put her emotions into words. This raw honesty resonated with many fans who have experienced similar losses in their own lives. As the family continues to grieve, they are also reflecting on Chuck's legacy. He leaves behind not only memories from television, but a lifetime of experiences shared with his children and grandchildren. His influence on their lives will continue to shape their decisions and relationships moving forward. In times like these, the support of fans and the broader community can provide comfort. Messages of love and remembrance serve as a reminder that Chuck's life touched many people beyond his immediate circle. While he may have first appeared on television as part of his daughter's storyline, he quickly became someone viewers cared about in his own right. The coming weeks and months will likely be a period of healing and adjustment for the Potthast family. They will continue to honor Chuck's memory in their own ways, whether through private moments of reflection or public tributes shared with fans. As they navigate this new chapter without him, they carry forward the lessons and values he instilled. Chuck Potthast's journey on 90-Day Fiancé was filled with ups and downs, but at its core was a story about family, resilience, and love. His willingness to share his life with viewers created a connection that will not be easily forgotten, and as fans look back on his appearances and the moments he shared, they are reminded of the lasting impact he made. His story does not end with his passing. Instead, it continues through the lives of those he loved and the memories he leaves behind. For many viewers, Chuck will always be remembered as a father who tried his best, a grandfather who showed warmth and pride, and a man who faced life's challenges with courage and gratitude. The 90-Day Fiancé community now joins the Potthast family in mourning and remembrance, honoring a life that meant so much to so many. The impact of Chuck Potthast's passing continues to echo throughout the 90-Day Fiancé community. as fans and fellow cast members reflect on the role he played not only on screen but also in shaping one of the franchise's most talked about family storylines. For years, viewers watched Chuck navigate complicated family dynamics, business pressures, and personal health struggles, all while trying to maintain a sense of unity among the people he loved most. What made Chuck stand out to many viewers was his authenticity. Reality television often brings out exaggerated personalities and heightened drama, but Chuck came across as someone grounded in real-life concerns. He worried about his children, cared deeply about their futures, and tried to maintain fairness. Even when tensions ran high, these qualities made him relatable to audiences who saw him not just as a TV personality, but as a father and grandfather doing his best in challenging circumstances. As fans revisit old episodes and memorable moments, many are noticing just how present Chuck was throughout Elizabeth and Andre's journey. From the early days of skepticism and conflict to later seasons where relationships began to improve, he remained a steady presence. He was often the one attempting to mediate arguments and encourage understanding, even when emotions threatened to tear the family apart. One of the most defining aspects of Chuck's character on the show was his willingness to evolve. Early on, he shared the same concerns as some of his other children regarding Andre's intentions and readiness for marriage. But over time, as he observed Andre's commitment to Elizabeth and their growing family, his perspective began to shift. This gradual change reflected a broader theme of growth and acceptance that resonated with many viewers. There were also lighter moments that showcased Chuck's personality beyond the serious discussions and confrontations. Scenes of family gatherings, celebrations, and everyday interactions revealed a man who enjoyed spending time with his loved ones. His sense of humor occasionally surfaced, bringing warmth and balance to otherwise tense situations. These moments helped viewers connect with him on a more personal level. Behind the scenes, the reality of his health battles added another layer to his story. Living with cancer is an experience that affects not only the individual but also their entire family. Chuck's openness about his diagnosis and treatment allowed viewers to understand the physical and emotional challenges he faced. By sharing updates and expressing gratitude for support, he demonstrated resilience that many found inspiring. His battle with glioblastoma was particularly difficult. This aggressive form of brain cancer often progresses quickly and leaves patients with limited options. Despite undergoing major surgeries and treatments, Chuck continued to focus on maintaining a positive outlook. His video update from the hospital, where he spoke candidly about his operation and recovery, remains a powerful example of his determination to stay hopeful. In that video, he explained that what was expected to be a relatively routine surgery turned into a much more complex procedure lasting 8 hours. Doctors discovered complications from previous cancer-related surgeries, requiring additional repairs. Even while recounting this intense experience, Chuck managed to maintain a light tone, joking about the outcome and thanking supporters for their prayers. This combination of honesty and humor left a lasting impression on those who watched. For his family, these final months were undoubtedly filled with both hope and uncertainty. They supported him through hospital visits, recovery periods, and ongoing treatments. Every milestone, no matter how small, became significant. Time spent together took on new meaning, as they understood how precious those moments were. Now, as the Potthast family begins the difficult process of moving forward, they carry with them the memories and lessons Chuck left behind. Elizabeth, and Andre in particular, will continue raising their daughter with the influence of a grandfather who loved her deeply. Becky and the rest of the family will also find ways to honor his legacy in their own lives. Fans have expressed a strong desire to see the family continue sharing their journey, though many also respect their need for privacy during this period of mourning. Reality television can blur the line between public and private life, and the loss of a loved one is an intensely personal experience. By requesting space, Elizabeth and her family are setting boundaries that allow them to grieve without additional pressure. At the same time, the connection between the Potthast family and the audience remains significant. Over the years, viewers have watched their ups and downs, celebrated their successes, and witnessed their struggles. This shared history creates a sense of community that extends beyond the screen. In moments of loss, that community often comes together to offer support and compassion. Across social media platforms, tributes continue to appear. Fans share clips of Chuck's most memorable scenes, heartfelt messages, and personal reflections on how his story resonated with them. Some recall specific episodes where his guidance or kindness stood out. Others simply express gratitude for the way he allowed viewers into his life and family. The broader 90-Day Fiancé franchise has also been affected by the news. With its large and diverse cast of couples and families, the show has created a network of individuals who share similar experiences of public attention and storytelling. Many of them understand the challenges of balancing personal life with television exposure. As a result, the response from fellow cast members has been one of empathy and solidarity. Chuck's legacy within the franchise is now firmly established. He will be remembered as a central figure in one of its most recognizable family storylines. His presence helped shape the narrative of Elizabeth and Andre's relationship, providing context, conflict, and ultimately growth. Without him, many of those moments would not have unfolded in the same way. For viewers who followed his journey from the beginning, his passing feels like the loss of someone familiar. Reality television has a unique ability to create connections between audiences and the people they watch on screen. Over time, these connections can feel surprisingly personal. Chuck's openness and consistent presence contributed to that sense of familiarity and attachment. Looking ahead, the Potthast family will likely continue finding ways to celebrate his life, whether through private family traditions, public tributes, or simply sharing stories with one another. His memory will remain an important part of their lives. His influence will continue to shape their decisions, relationships, and perspectives. In reflecting on Chuck Potthast's life, it becomes clear that his story is one of resilience, dedication, and love for family. He faced serious health challenges. With courage and maintained gratitude for the support he received, he navigated complex family dynamics while striving to keep everyone connected, and he allowed viewers into his world, sharing moments that were both joyful and difficult. As fans continue to process this loss, they are reminded of the importance of cherishing time with loved ones and supporting one another through life's challenges. Chuck's journey, both on and off screen, serves as a powerful reminder of these values. Though he is no longer physically present, the impact he made will endure. His appearances on 90 Day Fiancé will continue to be watched by new audiences, ensuring that his story remains part of the franchise's history. More importantly, his influence will live on through the family he loved and the memories they carry forward. This has been a deeply emotional moment for the 90 Day Fiancé community. As we send our condolences to Elizabeth, Becky, Andre, and the entire Potthast family, we also take a moment to remember a man who became a familiar and meaningful presence on our screens.